only CBS 3 at City Hall, as Stallone got a look at locations for scenes from Rocky Balboa. Shooting on the final film in the series begins in January. Sly says the film brings Rocky back to the boxing ring for one last bout, forcing him off the sidelines of life.
Taking life and hanging on and enjoying it. And even though people think that you're foolish, you're willing to endure the criticism, to follow your own dreams and aspirations and climb your own mountains.
That's great, with the original Rocky. Stallone says he's looking forward to the physical challenge of getting back in the ring. Shooting in Philly begins in January.
Yeah.
Memories for life. It ended up on the set of the latest Rocky movie.
He looks great. This is really special. I mean, I always...
A lot of excitement, plenty of anticipation.
This is star power. Sylvester Stallone headlining party for Rocky VI, staged by Philadelphia's minority business elite who want to build a casino.
It's just been so smooth that, man, I just wish I could make Rocky 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
For weeks now, Stallone has been shooting in neighborhoods from South Philadelphia to Kensington.
People will stand all night in freezing weather just to observe. Not getting angry, not demanding. If they don't get a photograph, they still will show up the next day. It's amazing.
Stallone admitted to being a little punchy. Today's shoot wrapped up at 9 this morning at the Victor Cafe.
We covered a lot of territory last night. I mean, when people walked home, everyone thought they were Rocky.
In 1976, when Rocky bounded up the steps of the Art Museum, he captured Philadelphia's heart.
Philadelphia is art. Philadelphia, from 30 years ago when I wrote this, is the city of dreams, is the city of comebacks. This is a scrapping underdog city that never gives up.
Oh, great. Give me your reaction to having been here in Philadelphia and making this film so that it really reflects kind of what the first one was about.
Well, it's very biographical in a sense. Like, everyone goes through a journey in their life, and I thought that, when you pass 40 years old, you really hit a crossroad in your life on whether you're going to go north or you're going to go south, or you're going to be a participant in life or not. And that's what this whole movie is about. It's about entitling oneself to take you to the next level and really living a fulfilling life against all the odds. So it's very much like the first one, and it's gone extraordinarily well. That's why I'm a little nervous.
What do you mean you're nervous?
Not chaotic, whatever. It never works, but maybe I'll get lucky this time.
I mean, tell me about your experience on the street, meeting the people like this.
Well, it's been extraordinary because usually there's always, a rocky patch somewhere along the line. It's a little difficult. It's been unbelievable. There's been, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a cycle, but there's never been so much enthusiasm as far as I've seen in my career or ever participated in the film. I mean, across the boards, where people will stand out all night in freezing weather just to observe. Not getting angry, not demanding. If they don't get a photograph, they still will show up the next day. It's amazing. It's just absolutely amazing.
In terms of getting up early this morning, I mean, we worked through those 9 o'clock this morning. Tell me about 24 hours on the job.
Well, we have a schedule to make. There's only so much money in the budget, and it was one of those things like Valley Forge. We just had to keep going and going. We started at 3 in the afternoon. We finished at almost at 9 this morning. But we were working in the South Philadelphia Victor's restaurant. We just had to go inside and outside and get all these different shots. Films are shot out of sequence, so we covered a lot of territory last night. I mean, when people walked home, everyone thought they were Rocky.
Are you going to run up the steps one more time?
Yeah, I am.
When are you going to do that?
Probably Sunday. Matter of fact, it's Rocky's last run,
That's right. Yeah.
Rocky and his dog Punchy are going to run the steps. True.
And your feeling about Philadelphia from your heart.
No, Philadelphia is my heart. Philadelphia, from 30 years ago when I wrote this, is the city of dreams, is the city of comebacks, is the city of Chicago of broad shoulders. This is a scrapping underdog city that never gives up. That's why it can only come from Philadelphia. That's why Rocky can only rise or emerge from a city like this. And though I have a family on the other side of the country that I love dearly, I also love this family.
Yeah, I can name. Sylvester Stallone looked every inch of the movie star and rock characters. But today, the movie hero paid tribute.
You get right down to it, there's really only one kind of hero, and that's a man who puts his life on the line for the life of a stranger.
Killed in the line of duty in 1934.
I've always had a great affinity for our men in blue. Because when you realize it, we really should love them the way we love the city, because without them, there wouldn't be a city.
Right now, Sylvester Stallone making his way down from the museum, accompanied by Jimmy Bins, to the chant of Rocky, Rocky. He's expected to make some comment here as his statue is dedicated, and then tomorrow he'll be Grand Marshal the Hero Thrill Show at the Wachovia Center. Of course, as this program continues, we'll be bringing you live updates throughout
Down the steps.
Here comes.
Well, not exactly running. He's a lot older than the Rocky that ran up the steps in 1976. He has more of an escort than he ever did. Sylvester Stallone leading a whole entourage of police officers to the Rocky statue, which will now find a permanent home at the bottom of the steps at the Philadelphia Art Museum, the steps that were made famous by this man himself, when he directed, wrote in the first Rocky movie back in 1976. Close-up of Sylvester Stallone. Alicia, as you said a moment ago, he looks good.
He does look good. He looks like he's in incredible shape. We were just talking about his new movie, December 22nd, Rocky Balboa. Big time for him.
The latest installment. That has been a long time in coming. It is another comeback for Rocky Balboa. Just recently, when they were talking about trying to bring the Olympics here to Philadelphia, they asked people around the world the number one thing they think of when they think of Philadelphia, and it was caused by this man here. There he's getting a little whisper from John Street. Must have been a joke. He's the man that put Philadelphia on the map, according to people around the world. The number one thing that they think of is Rocky. Turnout tonight in Philadelphia.
They waited for hours, but when Sylvester Stallone emerged from the limo, they didn't yell, "Hi!" They yelled,
I'm not here to promote a movie or try to sell something. I'm really here delivering their son back to them. I said, why are we doing Philadelphia? I said, why? Because this is where he came from. This is where he deserves to go out.
Video game matches him up with the current champ, and he beats the champ. Rocky decides to head back into the ring for real.
Rocky's a real person out of these people. Like a metaphor for life.
Stallone wasn't the only one moved by Philadelphians' passion. Burt Young played